Good morning, everybody, from chilly Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. It's been an interesting year. Got a chance to be in Addis Ababa on their New Year. First it was Nadam, then it was Independence Day in Jakarta, now Independence Day in Ethiopia too. So it's turning out to be an interesting year in terms of travel. Don't mind the gasping. I'm out for my morning walk, and we are at an altitude of about 8,000 feet, so it's not easy walking uphill. So this video, I'm just looking around. You know, the Ethiopian culture is very non-flashy, right? And I was thinking about, I think if you watch the movie Devil's Advocate, how Al Pacino makes a statement saying, vanity, definitely my favorite. So, a lot of people spend a good amount of money on purchasing vanity plates, number plates for their cars, right? In fact, if you've been reading the news and everything, you would also come across an article where in Dubai, somebody spent $16 million on a vanity plate for their car, which is, I know, insane to most, but it makes sense to some, especially the ones that can afford to actually purchase things like this. And, since we're in the telco space, it's no different when it comes to your mobile numbers too. So, every telco has these special numbers, which in some parts of the world you have to pay a pretty penny for, while in others you can just get them for free. But this is definitely something that can be an added revenue booster for the operators themselves. You have, these third-party websites, or even the operators themselves, where you can go and purchase, these numbers. They could be numbers in series, or repetitive numbers like 12121212, or 8 followed by 6 zeros, or any number that you deem fancy. And usually the ones that are hard to find, there are places where you can end up spending more than $100,000 to get these numbers. Ooh, it's so much nicer walking downhill. In the background is where the palace is in Addis Ababa, by the way. So coming back to what I was saying. So, these numbers, whether they're sequential, they could be a birthday, they could be some special number. Because these days, people find all sorts of ways to, spend their money. They usually end up having the same number, on their phones, on their cars, their door numbers, work numbers, everything. So there is actually a pretty big, market for this. And not to mention just for purchases, but even for reselling. So it's almost like, you purchase a URL for a specific URL, and you just basically, let it park. But the only difference is, you probably have to end up, paying a monthly fee here. Well, actually, it's the same thing. When you purchase these domain URLs, you just park them. So people do the same thing with these special numbers. And, if you're able to get some of them for a decent price and you hold on to them, the cost is, the worth of a number is how much somebody is willing to pay for them. So imagine, you ended up picking up a specific number for like $50. held on to it for, let's say, a couple of years or 3 years or something, and put it out on the market, and you're able to make, let's say, 5,000 or 10,000 for it, that's a pretty good investment. It's no different from art, no different from, other vanity numbers. So this is just one of those angles that people usually don't really look at in terms of trying to be able to, make a little cash out of. And then for the telcos themselves, yes, it might not add up to a significant portion of their revenue stream, but hey, in this day and age where everybody is trying to find, ways in which they can increase their revenues, it's one angle that could definitely be looked at. So I know it might be a little bit of a short one today, but that's it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.